Hi guys, it's Shipface here, and this is our tour of Royal Caribbean's Anthem of the Seas.
Starting on deck 3, at the back of the ship, is the Chic Restaurant. This is one of the 4 main dining rooms on board Anthem of the Seas. On board Anthem of the Seas, you get allocated one of the main dining rooms. We got allocated the Grand Restaurant. This restaurant was really beautiful and very elegant. We had this venue for 2 weeks on board Anthem of the Seas.
Moving to the front of the ship, we have Casino Royale. This was a huge casino, and they had hundreds of slot machines, lots of tables, and they also have a bar in here. We did win quite a bit of money in here, so yeah, it was quite a lucky casino.
As you move to the front of the ship, you will find the music hall. This is a 2-story venue where most of the nightly entertainment happens, and during the day, this is where the trivia happens. We did the Disney quiz here and smashed it, and also played pool on their pool tables as well. There is also a bar located on each level of the music hall.
Moving up to deck 4, we have another 2 of the 4 main dining rooms. We're going to start with Silk. This is a very interesting looking restaurant, and this is normally where the My Time dining would be happening. These 2 are normally the ones that happens. And then we have American Icon Grill, and this restaurant is normally open for lunch on sea days, so this is where you will be heading for that. Also, they have the Manhattan room. I didn't have a Scooby-Doo where this was when it was on the cruise compass, but it's just a little room next to American Icon Grill.
Leaving the restaurants, you'll walk onto the Royal Esplanade. Here you come across some bizarre art, which is all over the ship. They have lots of strange art. And then you come to Bolero's, which is a Latino-style bar with live music in the evenings, a karaoke, and a delicious signature cocktail, which I had.
On the other side, you have guest services. This is open 24/7 to solve any problems that you have. Also, the loyalty desk is here, so if you have any questions about the Crown and Anchor Society, this is where you go.
And now we come to the heart of the promenade. In the middle of the promenade, they used to do sales, selling random stuff. It changes every single day. And then we get to La Patisserie, which is also known as Starbucks. They also have snacks for an extra cost as well, and lots of really comfortable seats, which were always available.
On the other side of the promenade, they had the first bit of shops. Port Merchant was just a duty free, and then they had the Royal Caribbean shop, which really lacks Anthem of the Seas, not even a ship model. Yeah, I just thought the section wasn't that great. Then they had Cafe Promenade, which would do snacks 24/7. They also had some teas and coffees and some juices, which were also there available all day and all night. Then you move on to Sorrento's, my favourite pizza place at sea. They did lots of types of pizza, mostly margherita and pepperoni. Had lots of seats, but they didn't really do anything else like on other ships. Then you would find 2 of the Coke machines for your cups.
And now in the centre of the promenade is the Brass and Bock English style pub. They performed live music here in the evenings, and they showed live sport channels also. Here is the menu of the snacks they offered here, varying from $4 to $8. They also had a cherry orchard cocktail, which was exquisite.
Moving to the front of the promenade, you will find a row of shops going from high-end jewellery, even a Gucci shop, which is now, sunglasses, high-end watches, duty-free perfume, makeup. You'll find lots of it. I really do think these shops have lacked compared to other Royal Caribbean ships I have been on. Also around these shops you will find this really tall chair that you can have nice pictures with. And it's also the entrance to the top level of the music hall.
Right at the front of the ship is the Diamond Club. This is a really nice lounge with lots of really comfortable seating, and it's much nicer than other ships I've seen because it has nice big windows, which add a lot of nice light to the room. It also has really nice snacks. We had some really nice skewers and nice hot drinks as well.
Right at the front of the ship they had the Royal Theatre, which was a 2-story huge venue with lots of seats, and they did entertainment like comedians. They had the Love and Marriage game show, which is a do not miss. And they had the Broadway style show We Will Rock You, which I thought was excellent. Definitely go and check that out on your cruise. So really good entertainment from here. Moving up to deck 5, we have the photo gallery at the front of the ship. This is where all the professional photographers take your pictures, and they are just all digital. So you just scan your card and you get to view them.
Next to the photo place is Shops Grill, the specialty steak restaurant on board. This restaurant was amazing. We had the best meal here with the best service ever, and the food was delicious.
Just outside Shops Grill, we had the Schooner Bar, which is the piano bar and the bar that's on every Royal Caribbean ship. It's a really nice, elegant bar where they do lots of trivia and a piano player every single night. Moving to the upper level of the Esplanade, we have Azumi, which was a sushi bar on board. We had a really nice meal here, and it does come at an extra charge. They're currently set up for sushi making in this video, so if you're interested in that, check out your cruise planner and they will have it available.
Next is Wonderland, located on the top level of the Esplanade. This is an imaginative cuisine designed to test your taste buds and give you a crazy experience. Definitely something that you should try out.
On the other side of the promenade, they have the Bionic Bar. These are 2 bartender robots that serve you drinks. They are included with the unlimited drinks packages, but do not count as your diamond drinks, as you cannot speak to them about your diamond drinks. So yeah, it's a really cool bar and definitely something you should do once while you're on board. At the end of the Esplanade, they have short excursions where you can book some short excursions of the cruise that you're on. And they have the art gallery. I don't really know what they use this little area for, it's not very big.
Next up is this beautiful chandelier, which is in time with your heartbeat. If you put your hands on the thing in front of you, it lights up all down the promenade in time with your heart.
As you walk off the Royal Esplanade, you'll walk into the Via. This has restaurants, bar and a shop. It's a really nice area with lots of seats and a really interesting art piece in the middle. The restaurant here is Jamie's Italian by the famous chef Jamie's Oliver. We had a really nice meal here on the last night, and it's another specialty restaurant. I would definitely look to book it when going on board Anthem of the Seas. Then they have Vintages, the wine bar. This restaurant was always full, and it looks a really nice, elegant bar. Then they have some of the higher end shops around here. And then they also have the little room desk, which is a little more like a temporary little looking thing if you have any problems with the internet. Overall, this is a really nice place of the ship. What I find really good about this area is there's so many seats, all the way down to 270. There's so many, so I would come and check here on the evening. If you find it busy, you may find a seat here. They also have next cruise. If you're enjoying your cruise so much, you can come here and book another one.
Just before the entrance to 270 is their cafe, which is open for breakfast and lunch 12 till 5. It serves really nice food and drinks as well. It's got a mini little Starbucks in there as well, serving juices also. And now we have this gorgeous venue called the 270, which has a really nice view of the ocean. It's really quiet during the day, so we used to come here just to play cards because it was nice and quiet and you could always get a comfy seat. It's a multi-use venue because they did bingo and trivia in the daytime, and then at night time it converted to a nightclub, and they also did Spectrus Cabaret, which was their show on board. On the upper level of 270 is the library. They had some really nice seats in here and some computers which were free to go on. They also had nice books which you could take out, and then there's the workshop where you can get a private photo shoot done.
Moving up to deck 11, you will find Adventure Ocean. The Adventure Ocean on Anthem of the Seas is a 2-story area going on 11 and 12 right to the front of the ship. This area would be a couple months to 11-year-olds. Staying on deck 12, they had the Concierge Club, literally right at the back of the ship. This is where you will find it. Moving up to deck 13, we have the Conference Centre, right at the back of the ship. What I found really cool, there was like a little Easter egg kind of thing about the Conference Centre. Each of the rooms are named after old Royal Caribbean ships. We have Radiance, Serenades, Brilliance, and Jewel of the Seas. I just thought it's really cool by Royal Caribbean that they've done that.
On deck 14, right at the front of the ship, is the Solarium. This area is just for 16+. It's got loads of sunbeds and lots of comfy seating. It has 3 staggered pools, 4 hot tubs, and a really nice bar with yummy cocktails. It's also got a really nice swing and an area where you can hang over the ship and look at the really nice views.
Located inside the Solarium, we have the Solarium Bistro. This was open for breakfast, lunch and dinner and was a really nice restaurant. I think I would definitely recommend going here. Then moving to the front of the ship, you have the indoor pool. This has 2 hot tubs, a big pool, it has a pool bar and lots of comfy seating all around. This was a really nice area in the evening because it was kind of sheltered, but yet you still got the view.
And now we come across the pool deck. There's loads of sunbeds, a big screen which shows movies at night time, and 1 large pool with a couple of hot tubs. It also has the sky bar. And then moving to the back of the ship, you come to the H2O zone, which has a lazy river for the kids as well.
Just leaving the pool deck, you have Johnny Rockets. Now this is a different style to what you find on other ships. It's more like a takeaway sort of style. I don't think the food was that great. I wouldn't suggest going here on your cruise. Moving inside on deck 14, you have the living room, which is a teen only area.
Right at the back of the ship is Coastal Kitchen. This is a suite only restaurant which we did not have access to.
At the back of deck 14 we have the Windjammer Marketplace. This was the buffet on board and it had a wide range of food from burgers, pasta, had some curries as well. You wouldn't go hungry here. It had lots of seats and it really had a really nice outdoor area as well, which you don't really find much of. So it was really nice Windjammer on board Anthem. Also on deck 14 they had this glass area on the stairs between 14 and 13 and it was really good to take some pictures of.
Moving up to deck 15, we have the Vitality Spa. This spa offers lots of different treatments, such as massages, hair and nails, and they can get you all glam for formal nights.
Just outside on deck 14, we have the running track. This goes all the way around the ship from front to back. As you keep running on the running track, you'll find the North Star bar. This is a little bar just below the North Star, and this is where you'll get access to it. They have really nice lounges, and that's a little pod there. So as you go in the pod, it's a 15-minute ride. On port days, it goes a little bit to the sides each way, but on sea days, it goes proper over, but you have to pay for that experience. So you get nice views of the ship either side. And we did it in the port of Valencia, and we got some nice views of the sea. Just inside on deck 15 they had Fuel, which was the teen disco. They also had access to the Sweet Sun deck, which I did not have access to film.
Here is the arcade. They had lots of machines such as grabby machines, motorbikes and skee ball. And now we have the Seaplex, a multi-use space on board. We spent a lot of the holiday here, it was really fun. They had loads of different activities in the day, from open play football and basketball, to bumper cars, to laser tag, to archery and many more. Here they also have the football tables and the beanbag throwing, and if you come upstairs in one of the 4 pods is the Xbox area, the other 2 have table tennis, and then the other one is the football table and air hockey. There's also seating here, which means that you can view the sports down below. And now you come to the Doghouse, which is a hot dog place with the opening hours 12 till 5 with lots of yummy complimentary hot dogs. And they also have a Coke machine here.
Just outside the Seaplex they have Gigi the giraffe. It's an animal on board and it weighs 3 Mini Coopers, a little fun fact. They also have the rock wall back here, they only have one on this ship. And it's not the biggest rock wall I've seen, but it looks a lot of fun.
And now right at the back we have the RipCord by iFly, which is the flying simulator on board. You book this through the Royal Caribbean app. On sea days this is an extra charge, but on port days it is free. And now we have the Flow Rider, which gets some really nice views because it's located right at the back. This is really popular activity on board Royal.
And going on to deck 16, the final deck of our tour, we have the Vitality Fitness Center. This is the gym on board, and it's a really nice located gym. Right at the top, you get some amazing views. They have all sorts of equipment you would want to use at the gym, running machines, weights. So that concludes our tour of Anthem of the Seas. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions of Anthem of the Seas, please put them in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. If you like what you see, please press the like button and subscribe to our channel. It's very much appreciated and it really does help me out. It's been Shipfaced here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.